Hello, fellow homeschoolers and guitar friends. Welcome to a new episode of Homeschooling Homework. I hope you're all doing fine. It's been a while since I posted the last video. Had a lot of things to do, I have to be honest. But I'm really happy to present you a new episode. And today's homework is Tom Bukovac's Homeschooling Volume 199, and it's called The One Before 200. Yeah, I hope you enjoy this little classic rock snippet as much as I do, and would be great if I can help you figuring out how to play this. So yeah, I want to show you. So Tom's starting with this really cool intro lick, and I have to admit I don't play it exactly note by note as he does, because it's really hard to hear what he's exactly playing, and I don't think that it's a lick he's playing. I think he's improvising and just playing what comes to his mind, which makes it even harder to check it out. and I always ask myself, when does it make sense to figure out a song note by note, and when it doesn't make sense. And I think in many cases it doesn't make sense. The most important thing I would say is to how to explain, to get the concept behind what's happening. And if you get the concept, you can try something out for yourself and find out new cool stuff. Okay, so far so good. I'll show you how I play this intro lick. Okay, so come a little bit closer. Okay, so what I'm playing here, and it sounds similar to what Tom's playing, but it's not exactly the same. It's like that. Oh, sorry, I have the delay on. So, once again. Okay, so what I'm doing here is playing the open E string, then having my index finger on the 5th fret and making this hammer onto the 7th fret. The same on the A string. Yeah. Okay. Then on D string, I'm playing 5th fret, 6th fret, with this hammer on from the 5th to the 6th fret, and then with my ring finger on the G string on the 7th fret. So we're here. Ah, sorry, I forgot one note. I'm playing. Okay, sorry folks, but the beginning is like I explained it. These two hammer-ons to the 7th fret. And what I'm doing now is playing the D string on the 7th fret. I make it with my index finger. I hope you see it. It's like this change with my ring finger, so I can play the D string on the 7th fret. So we're here. And now, what I explained earlier, D string 5th fret with a hammer onto the 6th, G string 7th fret, so we're here. Okay. Okay. Then I'll play D string 6th fret, hammer onto the 7th fret, G string 7th fret. Okay, so we're here. And then D string, 5th string, hammer onto the 6th and 7th fret. So the whole part is. Okay, I'm sorry, it's hard to play slowly because I worked a lot on that riff to play it quick and now it's hard for me to play it slow, but I hope you get it. So that's the first circle of this riff. And the second one is like this. So same beginning. But now the end is so D string, 5th fret, hammer onto the 6th fret, and then 5th fret, B string. So the whole thing together, try to play it slowly. Okay. Okay, so this needs a lot of practice. Took me many hours and it's still not perfect as you hear. Okay, and then Tom's going into the main part, I would say, and it's like a classic rock riff and it's really cool. It's like that. Okay, so he's starting with the B power chord, which would be X 2 4 4. Yeah, and to make it extra tasty, you make this hammer on with your index finger. So you're starting the chord with the open A string, and then you make this hammer on with your index finger on the 2nd fret. Yeah? Okay. So he makes it like this. Okay. Then going to a D. Adding a C sharp bass with your ring finger, which is A string, 4th fret. Then the low E string, I do it with my middle finger on the 3rd fret. Make it this little bend. Then open E string, going to, which is, I put my middle finger on the 7th fret on the A string and my index finger on the 6th fret on the D string, making this little vibrato. So I play the whole thing slowly. Okay. You can add, like Tom does, little embellishments, like but you can do as you like. These two little embellishments are made. So I make this bend on the B string on the 5th fret, release it to the 3rd fret, and then the G string 4th fret. second time it's just B string 3rd fret and G string 4th fret. Okay? And then into this part. The second little embellishment that I copied from Tom is this. So this is just a slide on the G string from the 7th to the 8th fret, and then high E string 7th fret. Yeah. You can play it here as well. I prefer this a little bit. I think it sounds a little bit more powerful. Doing this here, which is a slide on the D string from the 12th to the 13th fret, and then the B string on the 12th fret. Then which is just high E string on the 10th fret and B string on the 12th fret. And again. And Tom's ending this rock cycle like this. So which is D, and this C sharp bass, and now E string 3rd fret, open E string, and this wonderful, powerful E chord, which is in tab notation, it's 0, 2, 2, 4, 0, 0. So what I do, I hope you can see it. I'm pushing the string with my index finger, the A and the D string at the same time, adding the G string on the 4th fret with my pinky, and then I have the open B and E string. Sounds quite powerful, I think. It's a really cool E minor chord. Okay. And then there's another part in this song. Feels a little bit like it's a synth part from the 70s era, or an organ part from the 70s era. And I don't play it exactly as Tom does again. I just checked out the concept behind it, and it's the open E string. Starting with it. So what I'm doing here is I use 3 fingers, my middle finger, my ring finger, and my pinky of the right hand, and make this. Okay. If you use other fingers, that's okay, as you like. And you have to practice this a little bit to get this sound. It's just like softly hammering against the strings. It's not really plugging the strings. I always imagine it's like the hammer that hammers the strings in a piano, like. Okay, so you can start, for example, with this, the open E string, and you let it ring as long as possible, and then you I put my ring finger on the G string 9th fret, my pinky on the B string 9th fret, and then I have the open high E string. And then you can go like, which is a change to the G string, index finger on the 7th fret, and pinky on the B string on the 10th fret, and the open high string again. Okay, and what Tom does is he's playing these little bass lines above that. For this purpose, I'm just using the B and the high E string. And for example, I'm starting with okay, what I'm doing here is I'm just playing this little bass line melody. It's all on the D string, starting on the 6th fret, going to the 7th fret, going to the 9th fret, and ending on the 12th fret. So we have with the D string on the 11th fret, coming from the 12th fret. Okay, I play it once again. And a second little variation of a bass line would be this. Okay, this bass line is, it starts on the A string, 7th fret, then 9th fret, yeah, going to D string, 6th fret, and ending on the 7th fret on the D string, and you change your pinky on the B string from the 9th fret to the 10th fret. And you can end with a D bass, which is on the E string 10th fret. Okay, I'll play it slowly again. Okay, and Tom's ending this song with this. Okay, and this is simply, you're just using the A string, the G string and the B string. And you're starting with your index finger on the A string, 10th fret, always the open G string, and then index finger, B string, 8th fret, sliding 1/2 step down, sliding to the 7th fret, sliding to the 5th fret. So it's... And don't forget the open G string. Okay? Then it's just E string, 3rd fret, and the open G string. Then E string, 2nd fret, and the open G string. Then the open E string and the D string, 2nd fret. So going to, which is E string, 5th fret, A string, 5th fret, and D string, 4th fret. And then to the end, sliding 1 full step. Okay? Sorry. Okay, friends, I hope this was helpful for you. It's really cool to play. I hope you will have fun. I'm sorry for the little mistakes I made in my explanations. Yeah, sorry. As usual, if you like this channel and what I'm doing, please subscribe or give me a like. Write me a comment or share my channel to your friends. That would be really great. Hope you have a really nice day and can't wait to see you soon. Wish you the best. Bye.